Hello and welcome back to Vintage Survival. Now we have to address a couple of things right off the bat here. The first one is in the previous episode I paid rather the entire 9,000 for our land. It was only supposed to be 6,000 because I had made one prior payment of 3,000. So let's fix that. Um, 3, 1, 2, 3. And we'll turn our HUD back on while we're in here. So there's our 3,000 back. And then the other thing to address is this thing. I have fixed the names. So, and the recipes. So corn now makes corn liquor. Potato stayed as potato schnapps. And then whiskey is made from wheat. So I renamed the output here corn liquor instead of just corn. Yeah, it was really goofy because it had wheat making the corn liquor and it had corn making the regular whiskey, which that's not right. So I edited it and fixed that up. Now, as you can see, we have a bunch of contracts ready to go, and I believe our field should also be ready for harvesting, which it is. So we have a busy day ahead of us. I'm going to crack on getting some workers set up, and I will be back with you afterwards. Alrighty, with the workers set up and going, we are in the Oliver here. We're going to try this potato harvester. Seems to be working. On a very narrow section that I can't see. Oh, this will be entertaining. I just noticed I missed a contract. A couple of them actually. Cultivating and plowing. I forgot to get those set up. Oh well. That is, yeah, doing like a single row. This is going to take a while. I kind of want to put this on a worker. Let's get our pipe in. I'm probably going to have to put this on a worker anyway, because I'm going to have to drive the pickup around doing unloader duties. In fact, the combine will probably need unloaded any time now. So, I think we will just do that. Get you set up. We want... we won't even sharpen any. That should be everything I need. But I think I probably want to go up to like 7. Alright. Well, we will let him drive along. this miserable morning full of rain. And we need to get around this field to catch up with our combine, which does not seem to be moving. I didn't think it would be stopped yet. Ooh. Let's see. So obviously this was shut down during the rain squall that turned into an outright storm. Really, my guy? He's trying to cut in. He just can't do it. Ooh. Huh, for some reason I don't have vertical camera. I do on this. It's a little weird. But whatever. We're worried about getting the combine unloaded, not anything else. At the moment. And that fixed it magically. That's good. And now we can set this guy back off. I think I'm going to do some creative field editing to this field after I'm done with this contract. Off camera, but just basically make the field a better field. It's too close to the fence. It breaks the AI. It breaks manual driving sometimes, for that matter. I've hit the fence many times. And then there are dumb sharp corners, like that one right over there in the upper left of the screen, right here where that bush is at. This is a very awkward sharp corner that could be rounded. There's absolutely no reason for that to be a sharp corner, so I'll just go in there with the plow and round it off. Oh, come on. And see, this is what I mean. He detects the fence. He won't get the edge next to it. but he also detects the fence and won't back up. Well, okay, he overcame it that time, but he won't back up all the way. Oop, oop. Come on, I just went out of the field, man. Still in his way? Yeah. Because he's got to cut the corner there. Wow, the mower's already completed his second field. Whew. Let's catch the combine. This nonsense again. Ay, ay, ay. Give me the pipe, senor. Alright, well, I'll go unload that in a minute. Let me check on everybody else. Oh, yeah. There we go. I'll have to come back and tidy up that corner. Alright, let's have a look at those contracts. We have completed 3 of them. Are there more mowing contracts? There are more harvesting. Anything we can do? Or if we had a corn/sunflower header, sure. Mowing, farmland 17. Not even really worth the time. Oh, 38. Yeah, we'll take that. Alrighty, let's see. I've delivered the first load of wheat. I did end up taking field 17 since it was so close to field 38. And now we're just trying to weave our way in here to dump off the... Let's go out and around. Dump off the potatoes into our production so we can get some potato schnapps going. I always thought potatoes were used just for vodka. I don't know if potato schnapps are really a thing or not. I'm not an alcohol expert. Oop, right there. Perfecto. And while that's doing its thing, let's collect a couple more contracts. And also get, oops, wrong one. Still wrong one, dingbat. Activate. Let's get some schnapps being made. And of course we will put this guy back on his run here. We can do it from right here. Run through and check. Why are you stopped? You don't like the tree? Well, if you don't like the tree, then I don't like the tree. Speaking of, though, did I get the vintage chainsaw in here? I think I did, but I think it was bugged in terms of the, yeah, it was, in terms of the other page. You know, I kind of like this one with a little bit of a beige or cream color on the front there. And then if I go here and here, hand tools. There we go. Just too steep and bottoming out. Yep, that was it. Alright, this guy's not doing anything at the moment. This guy is doing a lot. He's almost full again, which is a pain in the rear end because it will not detect this trailer for whatever reason. I just don't know. What I would like to do is, by the end of this episode, have purchased another plot of land. But for now, I guess I will carry on and see you guys when things are done contract-wise, maybe. As I almost crashed the combine. Well, we just got a notification that our bunker silo is done fermenting. Unfortunately, we don't really have a way to get it out of the bunker, I don't believe. But I guess I'll have to look into that. Well, I figured I better bring you guys back real quick because we're about to dump our first load of silage. And I solved the bunker issue by just getting a bucket for this. Survey says 1557. That's an awkward number, but we'll remember that and combine it with our next delivery. Load number 2. So 1557 plus 1067 is going to be 2624. If we divide that by 2, we owe the BGA 1312 of that. Alright, that is repaid. Take this back to the old farm there. I could try to pick up all that straw, but just not worth it. Well, that'll do. That will do. In case you hadn't noticed, we did actually swap trailers out and get a slightly larger trailer that actually works. I did figure out what was wrong with the other one. It had an invisible cover that you had to open in order for it to work correctly. However, it wasn't bound to any of the standard keys to open the cover. I only figured it out because the AI did it. which is why I upgraded. So the Oliver's still going out there. It's not doing the greatest of jobs. There are a lot of missed plants, but I'll clean that up after the fact. What we really need to do is figure out our plans going forward with... I had talked about getting sheep and putting them, in here. I think that's still a good idea. Uh, whoops. And keep this side as something I can mow. But we will definitely explore that in the next episode. Along with, potentially, some land purchase. I'd really like to purchase some other land. Maybe we'll have a quick look right now. Alright, I've had a quick look. Plot 80, which is a little woodland with the pond, which would be a nice place to build a house, is available for a reasonable price. In fact, we can almost afford it now. If we accept our contract 7, we could afford it now, except then we couldn't afford our fees overnight. And then there's Farmland 8, which, is a field. Is a field of something we can't harvest. No. Green or sugarcane. No. Canola. Oh, we can harvest canola. So, whoops, wrong field. I'm looking at 9 on accident. 8 is grass, isn't it? Yeah, 8 is grass. So we can do grass work all day long. So yeah, I don't know. Leave it in the comments down below. I will probably hold off for a few more episodes. For now, however, I'm trapped inside of a building. For now, however, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you on the next one.